Seb, what do you think then? Personally, I thought second half was really good performance, but
same as last week.
Yeah.
Give them a team talk, and the team talk was first 10 minutes of the half and the last 10 minutes of each half is where games are won and lost. We've conceded after 4 minutes and with 2 minutes to go of the first half, and that's killed us. You can't give unbeaten sides a 2-goal head start. And we had little facets of play where we was in the game first half, and then second half, I thought we were the better side. Their gaffer come up to me and he said, you won't be down there. So, it's nice to hear that, but it's another goal. It's another defeat by the odd goal. It's nice to get clapped off, and the boys would give everything. Last week, if they'd have worked that hard, we would have won the game. So there's loads of plus points, but it's just we don't take our chances when we get them, and then as soon as that happens, we're putting ourselves under pressure because we're 2-0 down and then 2-1 down. We're chasing the game, and we've got a very, very young side. We've got no one over. We've got one player over 25, and a lot of them lads are 19, 20. And then that naivety you see in our play the first 4 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes it's sloppy, but we can't afford to be sloppy. This is the level we're at. I said this a few weeks ago about I'm not frightened of the level, and I think what I've seen all season, we've been in games, but the problem what we've got is when we have our spell, we don't take our chances. They've had their spell and they've taken their turn.
what did you think about the new players? I mean, I didn't see the game last week, obviously, but starting...
Charlie's a handful, we've missed it, so even though he hasn't had a lot of service today, he's had 2 chances. I would have thought, knowing Charlie like I do, one of them goes in the back of the net. So, although I'm not knocking him, don't get me wrong, he's run, he's a handful, he's kept us in the game continuously. Danny Draper, I thought, when he had the ball at his feet, was brilliant.
Yep.
Works back, works hard for the team. Michael's steady. I think Connor's growing in to that left back position. He can play left back or left wing, and I think he'll have a big future with us. So yeah, when you look at that, I feel we're a lot stronger. I still think we have Sam Spencer in the team today. We get a point.
Did anyone else stand out for you today in the team? I thought John Kay was good in the first.
Yeah. He was, considering his miss. I couldn't fault anybody.
Seen him, I thought he looked really
Leighton
good.
Madison runs his backside off week in, week out. That, people are saying we lost Joel Earps and he's our best player. I'm going to say that now. Absolute rubbish. Leighton Madison consistent. Sam Wilson consistent. Their players. Our skipper, Sam Spencer. We've had 5 or 6 players who have outperformed him all season, but because he run around a lot, everyone thinks he's good. But I'm not having people saying that we haven't got good players here already. We've got quality here. Declan Rogers has been playing the last 5 weeks with probably 3 injuries. I've dropped him today because his performances hasn't been at the level, but he's had a reason because he's been injured. Then he comes on, he's in the game, bang, goal.
And the last 2 times I've spoke to you, you've said the subs haven't made a difference, but today
they
they
did
have, haven't they? Yeah.
They did last week going forward.
Yeah.
We've now got a squad where I feel that we can win every time we play. I turned it today, I weren't worried about playing Belper. I was looking forward to it. So I'm just frustrated. I think the word is frustration. It was frustration last week because I thought we should have won the game. I think we could have nicked a draw today. I think we should have nicked a draw on our second half performance. But we can't keep making them basic errors, and that's where we're falling down because we don't do the basics well enough. If we get that right, then we allow our quality to shine, and then we stay in games longer, then we'll start winning games instead of chasing games, and that's the problem.
Definitely, it was certainly a really good second half.
Yeah, it was like that last week.
Yeah.
We dominated last week for long periods. We've done that in games this season, but obviously the plus points is I'm happy with the performance at home against an unbeaten side. They went to Notts County and pushed them all the way and missed out in the first round of the FA Cup, so it's no disgrace to lose to them. But it's just frustrating the goals we've given. They haven't earned them goals. We've given them their goals because through our naivety, and we've just got to cut that out. We're in a relegation battle. I knew that. It's how it's going to be.
But we don't seem to be getting the rub of the green.
No, we're not getting any breaks.
I know it's easy to say, but I mean,
we're not.
A lot of it's your own objections. See what happens. But when it's a violent conduct, really, it should have been a red card.
Well, Danny Setchell,
I didn't see that.
Danny Setchell's come in and he's just outstretched leg and he started to come up, but there's no one near him. He's won the ball.
I saw that clearly.
Won the ball clearly. But
Yeah.
then before that, the 8 should have been booked, and he wasn't. And then he done a foul and he wasn't. And then obviously the lads kicked out our player. As far as I'm aware, that's a red card.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but everybody said he kicked him
Yeah,
when he
but
was
he
on
did
the
kick
floor.
him.
Yeah.
I spoke to him and said to him as we walked in, he said, "Yeah, I kicked him." But the referee, Charlie, every time he went up, they pulled his shirt,
yeah,
or he had hands on the
yeah.
shoulders, and the referee's done nothing. And I think he's given us 2 free kicks in 90 minutes. Now, because he's a big lad, it works against him.
Yeah, he got penalised after 30 seconds and it was just continuous, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's it. And we're not getting any breaks. And, I've been told all my footballing career, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Well, we're not getting lucky at the minute. I'm just hoping that, obviously, people look at that and go, there is an improvement. The players that come in are better than what we had, and that they can see that there is progress being made. I said you wouldn't see, I think about a month ago, I said you wouldn't see the better side of us until after Christmas. I still stand by that. Basically, what we've got to do is we've got to finish in that bottom 8. We've got to be the best team in it. Now, we've only lost 1 game to the sides in and around us in the league. So I fully believe that we are good enough to be in that position come the end of the season. But obviously, what we've got to do is people have got to judge us at the end of the season. We rebuilt the whole squad at the start of the season. We're on our 2nd rebuild now, because if we'd have kept that squad, that would have gone down.
And talking
now,
about the
we
squad,
added
is there
players.
anybody else leaving because you've got another player in?
Yeah, well, Jarrell got released yesterday.
Right, okay.
Then there's a couple of other signings that may be in the pipeline that are played at this level or higher. So when
Beckham, any news that you want to say, or you?
I don't know.
Just
don't
waiting
know
to see?
because I'd have Beckham in. If he could play 45 minutes, I'd play him every week for 45.
We
because
saw
I
him
know he's a good
last
player.
week and he looked really, really
I spoke
good.
to
Yeah.
Wisbech St Mary management, and they said he was playing 90. He's played 90 last night, and that he should. He's not far off. I just need Beckham to tell me that, and then that would be a big player for us. But I want him to play. I can't make him play. So obviously, if we can get him back into the team, it's a massive plus point. And then obviously we've just got to let the new lads bed in. So I'm not actively looking to go out and sign better players, but when better players are making themselves available to us, then you can't say no.
Okay,
You can't look at it and go, oh, I'm not going to, because we've got him. If someone's going to come in the position we're in and make us a better team, then we've got to look at it. So there may be 1 new signing, maybe 2 new signings, but we're not actively looking. But things have come up this week. Like Danny Draper come up and said he was definitely signing on Monday, which was good. Moving forward, long term, he'd be a good signing. If I had this squad at the start of the season, we wouldn't be where we
don't
were,
hear, no.
without a shadow of a doubt.
And our
So-
players coming to you now rather than you going to them.
Yeah, which is good. Players are coming to us because they're hearing good things, which is a plus point. I know that we're getting beat, but we're not getting battered. I think, and that's when players look at it and go, I can go to Wisbech and make a difference, because we're playing good sides. Like, I didn't come out last week and say, oh, Market Drayton signed 2 lads from Stoke, 2 from Port Vale, 2 new signings. We didn't go and play a bottom of the league side last week. They are massively changed and will be a different team. They'll take points off other teams. So that's another bit of our bad luck, where teams are
A couple of
changing.
times that's happened, hasn't it?
And Frickley it happened, Market Drayton it happened away from home. So I know we've got enough games to turn it around, and I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. And obviously, the tighter the games are, the longer we can stay in them. Eventually, it's going to turn. You can't be that unlucky, and you're getting beat by the odd goal every week. It's going to change. So. We've just got to stick to our beliefs and do what we're good at, and then believe that the new players will lift us and change us. And then once that happens, then I believe we'll be fine. Everyone who we play tells me you're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. So if we're playing like that, and you've got a team unbeaten in the league saying what they've said to us, then you can only take that as a positive. So although I'm frustrated and I'm really downbeat about it, there's a lot of plus points in the game that we've got to start. Hopefully things are turned, but the other side of it is we can't wait for our luck to change. We've got to make a luck change.
Yeah.
So we've got to stick at it and keep working, keep training hard, and if that happens, then things will change. I'm adamant of that.
Lovely.